screen tested hundreds of people. And then finally the four of us were together at one particular point, and it must have clicked for them.
You once thought of me as a white knight on the sea. Now you know how happy I can be.
It worked out with the Monkees because that was sort of during the Beatles' time and long hair, and we'd already had the mob tops. You know, all the boys wore this sort of like Beatle hair. And we were all pretty green. Mickey Dolenz had been in Circus Boy and I'd been on Broadway, so we got two actors, and Peter and Mike were more musicians than actors. They'd done it at college and at school, and so they put us all together, and it was a good blend.
Take the last train to Pottsville and I'll meet you at the station. You can be here by 4:30, 'cause I've made your reservation. Don't be slow.
And the Monkees has been awfully good to me, and it's gotten me around the world a couple of times, and I've gotten more out of it than it's taken from me, I believe.
In a minute we're going to see Eric Clapton, who, when I was a little boy, was all over London. It said, Eric is God on Clapton.
Each one.
I went into the studio, as I normally did, to this track of Daydream Believer. And they said, okay, here you go. And I'd sing, you know, if it was a little bit me, a little bit you, da-da-da-da, I'd sing the tune, one take, out. I mean, how many times did it take you to sing a Neil Diamond tune, you know what I mean? I mean, off and I was gone, that was it. Well, Daydream Believer did not come that way. It was late at night and I'd gone in, I'd probably sung 3 or 4 tunes, because we used to make songs for the TV show, not just for albums. But then they got smart and stopped all that, and they just kept putting I'm a Believer, or Daydream Believer, or Clarksville in every week, because that got the audience, you know, sort of familiar with it. They went out and bought it. But when I went in to do Daydream Believer, and it got down to, I was singing my 7th take. In the beginning of it, I say, what number is this? They say 7A. I say, what number is this? 7A! Would you get it right, you know? Because I used to go and say, well, Frank only does 1 take, and that's all you're getting out of me, you know?
What number is this, Chip?
7A.
Okay, don't get excited, man. It's because I'm short, I know. Oh, I could hide neath the wing of the bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring. But it rings and I rise, wipe the sleep out of my eyes. My shaven razor's cold and it sings. Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen? You once thought of me as a white knight on his sleeve. Now you know how happy I can be. Oh, and our good time starts and ends without $1 to spend. But how much, baby, do we really need? Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean
The great Eddie Cochran and the failed Edsel are next on My Generation.
Well, all right.
Liftoff.
The print ad has always been a sign of the times, but nothing reflects the times more accurately than the television commercial. Especially if the product being sold was a mammoth failure, like the Edsel.
They'll know you've arrived when you drive up in the 1958 Edsel, the car that's truly new from nameplate to taillights. New from the front. New from the side. New from the rear. Only Edsel has the sleek, clean line design that sets it apart from the look-alike cars. And it combines new looks with the newest V8 engines in the world, the big new Edsel 400 and the power-packed Edsel 475. It is unlikely you have ever driven a car with so much real, usable power as the Edsel. And with Edsel's exclusive Teletouch drive, you drive more safely, more easily than you ever have before, because both hands can stay at the wheel.